Far away, beyond soft green hills, lay a peaceful village. It was a sleepy village, a gentle village, a quiet village. Small houses with little gardens full of bright flowers stood in neat rows. The wind whispered softly through the trees. Whoosh, whoosh, making the leaves rustle. She, and the birds sang a gentle song. Chirp, chirp. Every evening, as the stars began to blink, an old man sat on a wooden bench. His name was Grandpa Lino. He had soft white hair, kind eyes, and a gentle smile that warmed the heart. He always wore a warm brown coat and a round little hat. Grandpa Lino loved the quiet evenings, the very quiet evenings. He would sit and wait, watching the world settle into slumber. One warm afternoon, everything changed. A small child came walking down the golden path. His name was Milo. He had bright, curious eyes, soft hair, and his tiny footsteps went step, step, step. He was carrying a small basket filled with shiny red, sweet apples. Milo saw Grandpa Lino sitting quietly on his bench. Grandpa Lino smiled his kind smile. "Hello, little one," he said. Milo smiled back. "Hello." The wind whispered its soft whoosh, the trees swayed gently, and everything felt calm, very calm. Milo sat down beside Grandpa Lino. The wooden bench was warm from the sun. Grandpa Lino spoke softly, his voice like the rustling leaves. "Do you like apples?" Milo nodded his head. "Yes." A gentle chuckle escaped. "Grandpa Lino, I like apples too." Milo reached into his basket and offered him one of the shiny red apples. Grandpa Lino accepted it with a grateful look. "Thank you," he said. "Thank you. Thank you." They sat together in comfortable silence, eating slowly. Crunch, crunch, crunch. The sound was soft and peaceful, a gentle rhythm in the quiet evening. The very next day, Milo returned. Step, step, step. Grandpa Lino was there, waiting, as he always was. And as always, he was smiling. "Hello, Milo." "Hello, Grandpa." They talked quietly, their voices blending with the sounds of the village. They talked about the shapes of the clouds, the songs of the birds, and the colors of the flowers. They talked about soft topics, gentle topics, peaceful topics. And from that day on, Milo came back every single day. Every day. Every day. One morning, Grandpa Lino had a question. "Would you like to see my garden?" Milo's eyes lit up as he nodded. "Yes, please." They walked slowly together, step, 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 to a small garden behind Grandpa Lino's house. It was very small, but so beautiful. Little flowers grew in patches of yellow, blue, and pink. The wind whispered, "Whoosh," and the flowers swayed softly in reply. Grandpa Lino handed Milo a tiny watering can. "Would you help me?" he asked. Milo beamed. "Yes." Drip, drip, drip. The water fell gently onto the thirsty flowers. Drip, drip, drip. And the little flowers sparkled in the sunlight. As they worked, Grandpa Lino spoke gently. "When we care for small things," he said, "they grow." Milo listened quietly, absorbing every word. Grandpa Lino smiled. "Kindness is like water. Kindness helps hearts grow." Milo nodded slowly, understanding something important. The breeze whispered through the leaves, She, as if it was agreeing with the wise old man. Every evening they would sit on their bench. Grandpa Lino told stories, soft stories, slow stories. Stories about the distant stars, the winding rivers, and the soaring birds. Milo listened, completely captivated, as the sky turned from golden to pink, then to deep blue, and finally to night. The stars began to twinkle high above them, twinkle, twinkle, watching over the two friends. One day, Milo arrived a bit earlier than usual. He found Grandpa Lino in his yard, sweeping up fallen leaves. Swish, swish, swish went the broom. Without a word, Milo picked up a small broom that was leaning against the house. "I will help," he declared. Grandpa Lino's smile was warmer than ever. "Thank you," he said. They swept together, side by side. Slowly, gently, quietly. The leaves gathered in a soft pile, rustling as they moved. Rustle, 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 rustle. When they were finished, Grandpa Lino put a hand on Milo's shoulder. He said softly, "When we help others, our hearts feel warm." Milo placed a small hand over his own chest. "My heart feels warm," he said with a look of happy discovery. Grandpa Lino nodded. "So does mine." They stood there for a moment, smiling their quiet smiles, their hearts full. That evening, the village was lit with glowing lanterns. Their soft, golden light made everything feel magical. The wind whispered its gentle whoosh. Milo and Grandpa Lino sat on their bench, not talking, just watching. Watching the lights, watching the sky, watching the stars. Everything felt peaceful, very peaceful. It was a perfect moment. In the soft glow, Milo turned to his friend. "Thank you, Grandpa," he said softly. Grandpa Lino looked at him. "For what?" "For teaching me kindness," Milo replied. Grandpa Lino's kind eyes twinkled. He smiled and said, "Kindness was always inside you. Milo, you just learned how to share it." Milo smiled back, a small, happy, peaceful smile. Later, Milo walked home slowly, step, step, step. The night was quiet, very quiet. The stars twinkled high above, twinkle, twinkle, and the crickets sang their sleepy song, chirr, chirr. The wind whispered its final good night, whoosh. Milo climbed into his bed, pulling the soft blanket up to his chin and resting his head on the warm pillow. He thought of Grandpa Lino, kind and gentle, slow and calm. And as he thought of his dear friend, his eyes closed. Slowly, 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 he drifted off to sleep, his heart full of warmth and light. Because kindness, when shared with others, makes the whole world warm and bright, and helping others is what fills the heart with true happiness.